Peace, family. Welcome to the Aries New Moon guided meditation. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of instructions. If you haven't listened to my meditations before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So much peace, love, and gratitude to you on your journey. And if you have been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And so much peace, love, and gratitude to you on your journey and continued journey together. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of instructions here as we walk through this meditation and ritual, and then we will dive deeply into a guided meditation and some really beautiful visualization and symbolism. So if at any point during this ritual or meditation you need to pause the video because you want to continue on working with the energies that you're working with, please feel free. This is your ritual. It is all for you, and so whatever work you need to do, you do that. And you can just pick right back up with us when you're ready. And I will sort of trigger some points where you can do that as well, just to remind you, but please feel free to do what you need to do, or if you need to rewind and go back to certain parts so you can sort of continue to rework through those energies and things like that, that is all okay. And I'm going to give you guys some guidance with some tools and things you can use, some products that I will have available for you guys really soon. I had some available previously, and I'm just kind of taking a break because I'm moving right now, so if you want some of those things and you're interested in them, just leave me a comment below and we can figure something out, because I will definitely have them very soon for you, probably very likely in May. So probably late May or maybe June, just depending on when my labels and stuff can come in. So anyway, now any suggestions that I have for you as far as using crystals and things like that, if you don't have those crystals, use what's available to you. But those are just some guidance, but everything is optional. So again, it's your ritual, it's whatever works for you, and that will give you the best results. So just take everything I have just as guidance. I'm going to guide you through this and we'll work through it together. So to prepare for your ritual, I would clean my space if necessary, whatever space you're going to be using for your ritual or meditation. Sometimes it's nice to take a bath or a shower beforehand and really prepare your body, your physical aura for this space and what you're about to enter into. Not 100% necessary, but sometimes that feels right, so go ahead and do that. And at the very least, a lot of times I like to just wash my hands ceremoniously as I prepare to do work, because we do so much work with our hands. And so moving into a space where we've really cleansed them on a physical level is just a really nice gesture to ourselves and the respect of the work that we're about to do. If you have not already, go ahead and review the meditation and symbolisms video that I put out. This will really help you with picking a specific intention for this energy that's happening right now in the stars and in our world. So go ahead and review that video first before you come back to this meditation, because there's going to be multiple points where I reference your intention that you set, and that video will help you set that specific intention for that you need at this time, and how you can utilize this energy specifically for you. And I'll have the link for that in the description below so you can easily get to it. Okay, so hold your intention in your mind's eye for the duration of this ritual. You can spray yourself or your space with your energy mist. I think the sage and lavender energy mist would be wonderful for this. Since we're going to be working with a lot of cleansing energies, we're going to need the calming lavender and the cleansing sage. And we're sort of just in the preparatory stages of preparing the energetic pathways in our space to do this work. You can start breathing deeply and allow yourself to become attuned with your body in this moment and the ritual you're about to perform. So we're kind of just aligning our mind, body, and spirit, and just attuning them to maybe what's happening around us, and allowing ourselves to move into our alpha brain state and just being able to float on the vibration of the world. So once you feel a little more centered, go ahead and set up your altar. And you can do this in any way that you wish and that brings you the most joy. There's no rules. You can do whatever you like. So I like to always have at least one thing representing each element on my altar. And I'll continue to go through some of those things here. But anything else that you wish to put on your altar here is perfectly fine as well. Any crystals or plants or any type of images or symbolism or totems, whatever things that you work with that work for you, go ahead and place those on your altar now and set it up in a way that you will be able to utilize them during your ritual. So I'll give you a few minutes here to do that if you have not already done that. So now we're going to go ahead and smudge. So smudge yourself with your smudging tool, whether that be sage or Palo Santo or sweetgrass, whatever you have available to you, go ahead and use that. Like I said, I'll have Palo Santo available for purchase online very soon, but whatever you can get your hands on that works for you, go ahead and do that. So start at your root, working your way all the way up to your crown, and just clear your entire aura while you're breathing deeply from your belly. And if you haven't practiced belly breathing, a good way to think about it is you want to start with expanding your belly at the base, sort of from your spine. And that's where your breath starts, and then it works its way all the way up to the top of your lungs. And then as you release out in the reverse order. So we're starting from our belly first and then breathing in through our chest. Most of us do very shallow chest breaths, myself included, most of the day. So we want to just relax and be able to move our body out of the fight or flight and into the rest and digest stages. And that really will allow us to dive deeper into our subconscious and be able to work with some maybe deeper seated things that we have inside of us, rather than being on edge and in that fight or flight state of mind. So go ahead and start doing some belly breathing and just work your way through your chakras, envisioning colored spheres, if that speaks to you, of light at each center, and just having those rainbow spheres circling or expanding, shining lights, whatever works for you in this moment. And if there's a deity that you're working with for this ritual and they're associated with a specific chakra, you can spend some more time there as well, sort of calling in that energy and allowing it to permeate your being and to be able to work higher through that chakra and through that deity. So I'll give you some time to work through those chakras here. And our main goal here is really just balancing. We're just trying to get into tune so we can enter into this ritual space. So once you've smudged yourself, you're going to now smudge your space. So walk the perimeter of your room at least 3 times and spiral into the center as you go. This is just however much you feel like your space needs it. If you smudge fairly regularly, it probably doesn't need much, but if you haven't smudged in a while, I would give it some extra love and just linger in any spaces that maybe feel stagnant or like they have something there that needs to be cleared, and just allow that energy to be cleared out. I also like to open my window if I don't have a window open yet here, to allow those energies to be released out of the space. So now is also a wonderful time to anoint yourself, to prepare yourself for this ritual. I like to anoint my third eye, my wrists, or my feet, or my ankles. Any sensitive areas that you have pressure points are really beautiful places to be able to use anointing oil on, because they're absorbed really readily there. The bottom, the balls of our feet is a perfect place to use the anointing oil. The oil that I'm using for this ritual is frankincense and camphor because of its cleansing and clearing and just rejuvenating properties that it holds. And I'm really trying to do some deep healing work with the frankincense and camphor. So once you've done your anointing, and like I said, that will be available in my shop as well very soon. But you can find many of these things at any metaphysical shop as well. So once your space is smudged and you've anointed yourself, we're going to set our candles. So put your intention into them. They should already be cleared at this point. If you bought anything from me, they are 100% cleared and ready for your intention. So just hold them and hold that intention deep in your mind and just imbibe those candles with that intention. Allow it to become clear and just setting it in that physical space in that candle. Now is a great time to light your first incense cone. I'm using sage for this specific ritual because, again, of its cleansing and clearing properties. We're going to be doing some releasing. So sage is a beautiful incense to be able to use during this time, but whatever you have works. Does not matter. So also I am using my amethyst right now as I'm putting my intention into these candles. Amethyst is a beautiful crystal to be able to use, being able to activate our third eye and our crown chakra, being able to put really, really clear intentions into those candles. Amethyst also helps us release tension or negativity, so we can really enter into this space in a really pure form. So hold that intention in your mind, imbibe those candles. I like to do a couple rounds of breath here as I imbibe my candles to really put that intention into them, so I'll give you a few minutes to do that. So once you are feeling more focused and you're meditating on that intention, letting it become clear in your mind, focusing on what those candles will do for you in this ritual, you can do a few more rounds of deep breathing and just get your body situated in a more comfortable position. Now go ahead and set those candles, whether they be in wax or in a candle holder, or maybe you just have pillar candles. So get those candles set up so you're ready to light them. And go ahead and light those candles as you hold your intention in your mind. I also am using malachite here because of its loving properties working with the heart chakra. It's an extremely powerful stone to be doing heart chakra work, so I'm going to be utilizing that as I light my candles so that I can really, really imbibe it with that love and compassion and transformative energy in the heart chakra. The heart chakra is our gateway to our higher chakras, so it's really important to maintain an open heart chakra at all times so we can always be entering into those higher states of consciousness. So go ahead and get a little more comfortable now that your candles are lit. Make sure you're in a sustainable position, whether that be laying down or sitting in a comfortable chair. If you want to be kneeling in this meditation, just make sure it's sustainable for you so you can stay focused. If you need to get a bolster to sort of prop you up, do so. And like I said, it might be easier to lay down so you don't have to think about it, but whatever works for you. So once you're in a sustainable position, go ahead and call on any energies, spirits, deities, or angels, any guides that you may wish to gain insight from, or ask for help while you are holding a sodalite stone. Again, I really work with sodalite very often because of its communicative properties. It works with the throat chakra and it allows us to really communicate clearly in our truth. And it also is wonderful for contacting other other planes of existence and other realms. So sodalite is a beautiful stone to be able to utilize to contact guides and deities. Again, if you don't have any of these stones, it's totally okay. You can do all of these things without the stones, but they can be really helpful. So when you call in any of these guides, you can use a bell, a singing bowl, or just with your speech. And you can just say something as simple as, I call in all my guides, angels, deities, and spirits to assist me in this ritual. Something just as simple as that. I think saying it out loud is really powerful, but if you don't feel comfortable with that, just saying it in your mind, it's still heard. So once you've done your calling in, just fully settle into your space and allow your body to fully relax and just enjoy this alpha brain state you're in. If you're still feeling any tension anywhere, just focus on sending breath to those areas and allowing space for those muscles and ligaments or tendons to relax. You can just breathe through that space wherever it is, and you can exhale through that space as well. Now, don't force this. Some of these areas that we hold tension in, we've held for lifetimes. It might be for this entire lifetime. It may have been from previous lifetimes. So one day in meditation is not going to be able to relax some of that tension. So don't force it. But just allow your body to relax as much as possible in this state. And as you give it more time and space to relax, it will happen on its own. So sometimes it's just talking to those muscles or tendons or ligaments and saying, it's okay, you can relax now. And that can be a really powerful way to just become more in tune with your body and any tension that you hold. So go ahead and do a few more rounds of breath here, some really deep belly breaths. And just breathe in for 3. Hold for 3. Let it expand in your chest, feeling that prana radiating outwards. And out for 3. So do a couple more rounds like that. Okay, so we'll get started on our meditation. So imagine yourself walking through a prairie towards a forest across the field. Behind you is bright and expansive fields rolling through the distance. You can touch the tips of the grasses as you walk past. You can feel the grass caress your legs and sway like water through the air. The sun is warm on your skin. You can bask in this light and just feel the love, life, hope, and abundance that it brings. I'll give you a few minutes to just sit with this spring sun energy and explore this new world you're in. Now, as you get closer to the edge of the forest, all you can see in front of you is thick undergrowth that seems to disappear into the darkness of the forest. You're where the light meets the darkness, the in-between, the transition. You no longer feel the warmth of the sun, and you can feel the cool air escaping the edge of the forest. You begin to step into the forest. It's mysterious in its darkness, but it beckons you forward. You can see a winding path laid before you that disappears into the coniferous darkness, only a few 100 feet in front of you. You start to see larger and larger old-growth trees sprinkled in amongst the others. Trees where you can feel the history in their bark and bones, their roots spread wide below the soil, holding you up. You stop to examine a tree up close and feel its energy. Touch its bark, feel its texture. Notice its vibration radiate out to meet your hands. Many mosses and lichens grow on its branches, held there like little hovering green clouds above you. You can sit with this energy here, with this tree if you wish. Trees hold deep wisdom. You just have to ask. They are some of the most resilient forms of life on this planet. They hold our soil in place. They magically turn poison into fresh air, providing us with an essential part of life on this planet. There are many lessons we can learn from the trees. Go ahead and just meditate on this idea of turning your poison into fresh air. Think about how you can do this in your own life, and maybe what areas of your life may feel poisonous, or you may just feel blockages in, and how can you transform them into being nourishment and healing for you to be able to move forward. So I'll give you a few minutes here to do that. So when you're ready, let's continue on this journey in the forest. Make your way back to the path and continue walking. Notice all the trees as you pass. You can say hello, or you may find that other tree spirits want to talk to you, or you may just hold love and appreciation for Mother Gaia's creations. A bend in the path leads you around a blind corner, and as you round the corner, you see an animal spirit in your path. Which spirit comes to you is unique to you at this very moment in time. Whatever the first animal that comes to your mind is the one, and this could be an animal that you know or a wild animal. The spirit is friendly and has come with a message. Allow it to speak to your higher self now. When you feel as if all the messages have been received, say goodbye to this animal spirit or allow it to continue on your path with you. You can feed it with some food from your pack and let it drink from your stores of water if it wishes. You see up ahead a huge fallen warrior of life, an old growth tree that has been uprooted by its very creator, a sacrifice to allow the soil to regenerate from its corpse into new life. There are mushrooms and fungi growing on the tree. Animals have made homes beneath it. The microbes of the soil are making quick work of the abundance that has been brought to them. From death comes rebirth and new life. I'll give you some time here to explore the forest more on your own. Maybe there's huge boulders greeting you or large bushes of berries to eat. Maybe there's a creek running next to the path. And if the animal spirit is still with you, it can guide you through this space if you ask. So when you're ready to continue on, let's get back to the path if you're not already on it. And you may start to see glimpses of light ahead. It's not clear what the source of this light is yet, but you continue on. The light seems to be moving and flickering. As it comes more into focus, you see it's a large bonfire in a clearing in the forest. As you come up to the fire, you see a wide ring of stone seats around it. The tree line coming right up to the seats. This area has been cleared specifically for this. Above you is the first glimpse of the sky you've seen. The sun is setting in beautiful reds and purples and oranges are painted across the sky. You can watch them dance and morph. As the colors change, you can feel the warmth of the fire on you and just take in this moment. You have reached a sacred circle. Feel the power that exists here and stand with this energy for a moment. Feel the power radiate up from the ground. Many rituals and ceremonies have been done here. Be humbled by this space. Take a seat in a spot in the circle and take an offering from your pack, whether it be food or water or a crystal or an herb or maybe a flower you picked along the way. Place it on the altar that sits in front of the fire pit. If the animal spirit is still with you, it may sit near you or it may keep watch outside the circle. As you take your seat, watch the flames. Feel the power that the fire holds. Feel the fire inside of yourself. Feel the love and compassion that burns throughout your being. Feel it radiate through your heart as you open yourself up to receiving and giving love. Now, allow the flames to have power over you. And just surrender. Surrender anything you need to the fire and allow it to burn away whatever you offer up at this moment. Your guides may come to you now. The animal spirit may have more messages for you, but just allow any messages to enter in. So as you sit watching the fire in awe of its beauty and grace, you watch as a figure emerges from the flames. It is cloaked, but its face looks strangely familiar. It steps out of the flames, bows to you, and takes a seat around the circle. The figure glows with ethereal light, a light that you've never seen or felt the likes of before. Another figure emerges, dressed in ceremonial garb and a headdress. It may be glowing in a different color, and it bows to you and takes its seat around the circle. You watch as the figures continue to emerge from the flames, one by one, each individual, each one bowing to you before they take their seat. The circle is now complete. You are fully surrounded by the ethereal group of figures. They all sit quietly in a meditative state. These are your ancestors, your guides, your angels that watch over you at all times. They are here to assist in the ascension and growth process. Then, a final figure emerges from the flames. A deity with the body of a woman and the head of a lioness. She emerges from the flames with great entrance. You can feel her intensity and power as she enters the circle. This is Sekhmet. She is here to transmute your fears, worries, desires, pain, and heartache into love, compassion, and a fully realized manifestation. Sekhmet is fierce. She's a mother goddess who will do anything to protect her children. She will devour your hardship and will transform it in her belly into truth, love, and light. Allow her to speak to you now as you prepare your offering for her. Take a few minutes to gather your thoughts of what you need to release and what you would like help with releasing, and what she can give you strength in carrying out in your life. She holds a slab of stone and bows to you, holding the slab above her head, ushering you to place your offering before her. Allow yourself to fully release here and let Sekhmet take on all these emotions as her own to be transformed inside of her. You see all your ancestors, angels, and guides. You feel all the love and support that they're sending you now, aiding in your release. Let this love and compassion wash over you, and let the flames burn away anything you wish to release. When you're finished, allow Sekhmet to give you any more messages here. Slowly, each ancestor, angel, or guide walks up to you, places their hands on your heart, looks you in the eyes with gratitude and love, and walks back into the fire. Allow them each to give you messages here if they wish. One by one, they each allow the love and compassion to enter into your heart. You've opened up space now with this releasing, and they're filling it with this beautiful, eternal love. Sekhmet is last. She blesses your third eye. She touches your heart, just like the ancestors and guides did, and she turns around and steps back into the fire from which she came. As she's fully engulfed into the flames and disappears, so does the fire. You're now in the darkness of the forest with the stars shining down on you in the clearing. You make your way back to the path and walk out of the forest, the animal spirit at your side if it came along. Take some time to think about what you just experienced here and allow it to fully integrate into your being as you walk through the dark forest. When you reach the edge of the trees, you see the prairie you walked through just hours before. It's been burnt. For miles, it's black like a scar on the land. What was dead has been burned away to make room and provide nourishment for new life. Take a moment to meditate on this idea. Think about what you've burnt away and released, the space you've opened up here, and the new love that's entered your heart. Now we can come out of this space. You can light your second incense cone or another incense, whatever you have. Option to journal your thoughts, connect with your guides once again, ask questions of your card decks, or just meditate more deeply on your intention, connecting it to your manifestation. Flesh out your experience and just work through some of the emotions and things you saw during this meditation. Labradorite would be a beautiful stone to use during this process. This is also a wonderful time to just reinvigorate that original intention, to really set it and be able to let it manifest in the physical world. So since it's the new moon, we're going to write our fully formed intentions down on a piece of paper and place it on our altar. If you choose to place a crystal over this intention, you will give it more power. If you don't have a crystal, that's okay though too. So I'll give you a few minutes to write down that intention. once you feel like all messages have been received, all journaling that you needed is done, go ahead and thank all of the energies that assisted you with your deepest gratitude, especially Sekhmet. Allow all of your worries and pains to be transformed in her belly, and thank her for taking them on as her own and allowing you to create space within your being. So sit here as long as you need and allow these messages of healing and cleansing to integrate. Maybe just take some time for yourself here, just relaxing and breathing. And once you're ready to close your ritual, you can light your last incense cone as an offering. You can put your candles out and bow your head in gratitude for this opportunity to connect. Okay, that wraps up our guided meditation, family. Thank you again so much for taking this journey with me and walking this path. I appreciate every single one of you with the utmost of gratitude and love. If you have any questions about anything that came up during this meditation, please go ahead and leave comments below. If you're interested in working with me more directly with some things that have come up, I've got options for that now. You can go ahead and check the link for that below as well. And again, thank you so much to all my new subscribers. You mean the absolute world to me. I am so happy to have you on this journey. Okay, peace, love, light, and gratitude to every soul on its journey. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.